Hello and welcome in. So, for a while now, I've been asking you all to leave some comments and let me know what subject you would like to hear about and what's important to you. And you've answered, so thank you. What seems to be a big subject on people's minds is changing from being an employee and transitioning that to being an entrepreneur. So great that you all have some ideas, something new going on. Love it. I'm Sandra-Carlisle, and you've landed on Everyday Penny, where saving money changes everything. So I've broken down 5 steps to get started. This is just to get started on your entrepreneurial journey. And the first thing you have to do is define your purpose, define what the business is going to be about and what you are really excited to do, because you definitely want something that you have some passion for, because you wouldn't be leaving as an employee to be an entrepreneur if it wasn't something that you were passionate about. So that's number one. The second thing is you're going to turn that information and your self-knowledge into a business idea. What is that idea? And then you have to develop that. The third is to do a little research, maybe ask people some questions, but I will tell you, you don't want to tell them what you're doing, because people like to naysay, and you don't want anyone to crush this dream. So keep your idea to yourself, but ask questions where you can get information from people, friends, family, acquaintances, about what they think of this idea that you're having. Number 4 is to create your financial plan. You need a financial cushion. It takes most businesses 5 years to get off the ground. The number of people who go into business is equal to the number of people who close a business in a year. So you want to really make sure that you have staying power. I know in your heart you have staying power and you're resilient, but financially, are you going to be able to stick with this? So that's number 4. And then number 5, figure out your exit plan from your being an employee and take the leap. Okay, those are the quick rundown, but let's start with number 1. Creating your passion plan, finding and defining the purpose for this business. I would suggest that you think about what you used to love to do. What did you love to do as a kid? I know for me, it was drawing and painting. If I had a new coloring book, I could sit there for hours and hours and hours. And the colors that attracted me are still the colors that attract me today. Think about what you want to do and what you have a passion to do, that you would do even if no one ever paid you for it. That you would be excited to do, getting up every morning and just couldn't wait to get started. And then think about, what are you really good at? Everyone has a gift. Are you good at talking? Are you good at numbers? Are you good at writing? What are you really good at? And how can you pair what you're passionate about with what you're good at? And that's your business idea. And once you have that idea, I want you to go buy this book or rent it from the library. It's titled Building Your Brand Story, and it's by Donald Miller. And this will help you define your story. Because people don't buy products, they buy people, and they buy the story. So you have to create, well, you don't really even have to create it because you probably already have and know what your story is. But you have to put it in a branding sense. So for everyday penny, saving money. Because to me, that's where everything starts. You can't change something until you know that you're secure enough financially to survive to be able to make those changes. So for me, everyday penny, saving money, seizing possibilities, and painting success. But you have to find that. You have to find what this business is going to say. And is that what it's going to say? Is it going to resonate with people? So again, I would get that book. It actually has an outline. It walks you right through how to come up with your own brand story and work at that. And that's a great place to start. And in the meantime, which I didn't say, don't quit your day job because you still need the income coming in while you're trying to develop this idea. So as they say, don't quit your job until you have another one. So don't quit what you're doing right now until you have defined what you're going to be doing and what this business is going to be. So I kind of covered number 2, turning your self-knowledge into a business idea. And again, you can do that through that book. You can also, number 3, test things out by, again, asking the questions. So what you also want to do for number 3 is do some research. You need to research the topic or the business that you want to go in. So Google's great. So is YouTube. You can find anything. So just get on there and, maybe see if people are doing something similar to what you're thinking of, how you can do it a little differently. Of course, every business is different because you're bringing your personality to it and you're branding you and no one is you. So it's uniquely different because of you. Number 2, building your financial cushion. This is really important because it's going to take time. It takes time for people just to know that you're there, let alone what you're selling. People have have jobs. They're not out looking for things. A lot of times it's word of mouth. I know, my first business when I was 14 was actually a cleaning business. I was cleaning people's houses. And, part of the reason I chose to do that is because I can make more money cleaning people's houses than I could babysitting their kids. And I didn't mind cleaning. So there you go. It was a match made in heaven. But, it built a word of mouth. People recommended me to other people, and that's how the business built up. And when I was 14, I had more than enough work, and that was fine for me. But I also started the business again when I was right out of college because I couldn't find work. And I started it again. And again, it was recommendation, word of mouth. I did do marketing, I did do advertisements. And in the end, I ended up employing staff, and that kept going. And I was able to maintain that business, for quite a few years, as I was also participating in American Craft Council shows selling jewelry work that I was making. So the one business ended up feeding the other business until I ended up in finance. So that's how that all happened. But it takes time, and it takes time to also build the financial cushion. So put some money away, invest it, buy some dividend paying stocks, because then you'll at least have dividends coming in when you need regular income to subsidize. You can use the dividends from the principal that you've invested. That's a way. You can also, the business that you create, you might be able to create almost like a side hustle of that business where you're supporting businesses like yours and getting paid. I'm thinking of email, helping people do their email on a monthly basis and sending out newsletters. You can do that, and that could subsidize the business that you're trying to build. Well, at least a year's worth of money to cover your bills. So go back, Life Aligned Financial Kit has budgets, so you can download that PDF and you can just go through the budgets and see what you're going to need. You're also going to need, money to support your business and to put into marketing. So add that to your budget, and then work on getting a stable financial foundation where you have enough money that you're not going to worry about how to pay your food bill or gas in your car. And then after that, you're going to create your business plan. So what is your business structure going to be? How are you going to hire people? Are you doing this all on your own for a while? But figure out your business plan and write it down. You need to know where you're going. And in the confusion and the busyness of a day, it might get unclear. So in order to know where you're going, you need to write down a plan and have a plan for what that looks like. And it can change. It doesn't have to stay that way. You start with a basic and then you can build upon it. You can get into different areas, but you still need somewhere to start. So write that plan. Make sure that you know who your competition is, and see what they're doing, and then steal like an artist. Take what they're doing and make it your own. Because again, you're your brand. You're who people are looking towards. You're the expert that they're listening to. So build your brand, steal like an artist, and then build your escape. Figure out when, how you're going to leave your employer and move over into your entrepreneurial endeavor. And you want to keep as many of your contacts and as many of your friends, and because these are people who can support your business now. So you want to keep good feelings all throughout. Make sure you're building your email list along the way, because that email list might become your best networking. And seeking mentors, and then later on regulatory and legal compliance and other issues that, again, this is great. This is a great thing that you've decided to do. And I hope to support you along your journey. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe, as well as leave me comments. Leave me comments. Let me know what you want to know. And my PDFs will be in the description box below.